to Mission Control Houston. Today, the Try and Prove It show will be conducting an integrated field test. The internet can speculate on all kinds of secret transmitter systems, but here on the Try and Prove It show, we have to prove it.
Please set the hot queue to armed.
System is armed.
Minus 5, 4, 3, start sequence. 1, 5. Nominal under pressure.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining us and welcome to Mission Control Houston. Today, the Try and Prove It show will be conducting an integrated field test of the Charlie Kirk squib hypothesis. Shortly, I'll be joined by Jordan Henshaw from a remote field in Delaware. Jordan has set up 2 cameras in the field that are about 100 yards apart. Now, camera B will focus on the device that was, we believe, used to activate the rifle. And in today's test, we want to note that there is no actual rifle involved, but the purpose of camera B will be to show that the rifle would fire at the proper time, if in fact it was present. Camera B represents the low-C center roof, where camera A, 100 yards away, represents the TPUSA tent. There, Jordan will be conducting the squib test. If you guys have been following us for any period of time, you have seen we've made some major revelations, and Jordan has made major progress over the last few weeks. As we see everybody trickling in, thank you so much for joining us and for your patience this afternoon. All right. So at T-minus 2 minutes, you can hear Jordan over there. At T-minus 2 minutes, we will begin conducting a clicker test. Now, this will verify that the clicker that Jordan will use to actually activate that squib will indeed work. This will happen when the system is disarmed. At T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll confirm with Jordan that his manual kill switch is set to off. Then I'll conduct a communications test with the electronics that he's wearing. There's a lot of them. And this will tell us whether the laptop that I am remotely controlling all the way in Texas can actually talk to the squib system. If this test just so happens to fail, we will reset the clock to 5 minutes and attempt to recycle or retry the test. At T-minus 1 minute, I'll give the permission to Jordan to set his kill switch to on. After that, I will set the computer's state to armed. At T-minus 10 seconds, I'll begin the countdown, and at T-minus 2 seconds, I'll instruct Jordan to activate the squib. He'll do so by pressing the clicker button. First, that transmitter will talk to the rifle actuator at camera B's position. You'll see all of this, and you can already kind of start to see how we've positioned things in the layout here. Then that's the squib and the rifle actuator will activate. Shortly after, the squib and rifle actuator will deactivate. Finally, the transmitter will turn off at T+2 seconds. When the squibs activate, we expect to see the cross open up into Jordan's neck, while the necklace flies out of his shirt and behind his back. That will conclude our integrated field test today. And then Jordan will drive home and rejoin me from his studio to debrief. As we continue to explain that this is a prototype, it is a testing campaign. Success is not guaranteed. Failure is an option. Jordan is completely self-taught and just started learning this, teaching himself a few months ago how to build and create this type of system in an effort to solve the Charlie Kirk case. If you experience an anomaly today, It'll be a learning experience that will only make us more equipped for next time. Also want to remind everyone that today's test is funded in part by you. Thank you for being here. And special thanks goes out to those who've donated to Jordan's GoFundMe. I'll be posting that in just a few moments. Funds raised there went directly towards purchasing many of the electronics that are hidden within the backpacks that you see today, that are even underneath Jordan's clothes. And if you'd like to donate, the link for that is in the description below the segment on YouTube. And we will again post that as a lower third in a bit, or in the comments. Funding has a direct relationship to the forward progress of this campaign. Take a look at the comments. I hope everyone is ready and raring to go. I'm sure that Jordan has. And again, thank you all for your patience as we waited out a little bit of weather and a few final technical challenges. So at the end of the day, the Try and Prove It show that Jordan Henshaw and I have been working on now for a few weeks is about the freedom to investigate. To investigate means to speculate. It means to be inquisitive. It means to explore new ideas, to ask questions. It means that using your imagination, your creativity, these skills, these core muscles that investigators use every day, they can be used by you too. They're staples of how we all discover that which is hidden. And without those tools, what we can see is, just in plain sight. That and discernment. The moment that Tyler Robinson was arrested, we believe that the government stopped investigating for the most part. Within less than 33 hours, the government said, no more speculation, no more curiosity, no more intuition. I mean, we're 7+ months later and there have been no more arrests, right? No more charges on anyone else. No other theories, it seems, pursued officially by the government. And really, they've been firm about telling us to stop thinking and to start listening to what they had to say pretty early on. But here on the Try and Prove It show, we still have the freedom to investigate, and we believe that you should too. While the justice system prioritizes, supposedly, speed, efficiency, and fairness, we prioritize accuracy. The government only had the freedom, perhaps, to investigate 33 hours, but we have the freedom to investigate 33 years. If it takes that long, we hope it doesn't, but we're not going anywhere. We put our conclusion at the end of the process where it belongs, but not at the beginning, like it appears they did. The freedom to investigate is accompanied on Try and Prove It by our version of the courtroom. And even this field that you're going to see today and that you have seen over the last few weeks. Where the courtroom in Utah has a judge, where we have physics, in our courtroom, physics will tell us if our guess about what happened to Charlie Kirk could have actually happened. And we observe anomalies. We form a hypothesis that might explain the anomaly. And we come out to the field to see if what can actually we create in our minds and what we research and see on paper, if that could actually explain this anomaly. The field is how we tell the difference between some crazy internet conspiracy theory and the stuff that might have actually happened. So if we can demonstrate that our hypothesis could actually reproduce what happened to Charlie Kirk, then it's not just a conspiracy theory anymore. It's a candidate explanation. It has explanatory power. That's the difference between what we do and what seems like, many others on this case, including the government, is doing. Most others on this case. If you want to hang out with the cool kids, graduate to our league, we encourage you, go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, build something, do a physics simulation on Builder or Blender. See, I'm still learning the names. But I have been to Home Depot a few times in the name of this case. Start small, start inexpensive, start with the absolute bare minimum, pass the simple tests. You don't need explosives. You don't need thousands of dollars. You don't need paid software. You'd be surprised. You just need the will to try and prove it. If one picture is worth 1,000 words, one field demonstration is worth 100 internet conspiracy theories. So go on. Test your own. Let's go. All right. Jordan, are you still
Hello.
with us? Hey.
I am.
So Jordan has done a great job in scouting out this field. You can see him with a Freedom shirt on. Jordan, tell us a little bit about what you're wearing, what you got going on today.
Not wearing anything, Kelly. Nothing.
just here to see your friends and followers and folks.
Just my wallet, just my keys, nothing on my legs, nothing suspicious here.
That's
nothing on
right.
my shirt. Nothing.
Yeah.
You can see my necklace here. I think I can't see the camera, but I think you can see the outline of my necklace. You can see my nipples. You can even see the cross, I believe. I hope that's in the frame. There's no hoses here, no solenoids, no nothing here.
Actually, yeah, Jordan, could you do one more little strut around for us if you don't mind? That would be fabulous. I'm going to pull you up on the solo screen.
Let me I don't think you can hear me right now, can you?
Yes, I can.
Wow. Okay.
I know we're getting advanced.
It must be my earpiece. Must have a microphone. That must be it.
Look at Jordan go. He's throwing hats everywhere. He's a regular old Charlie Kirk. I know, we just have to get him a windscreen for the mic, or well, for the phone. It's the phone.
We have Mikey McCoy right here. Once this thing goes off, that thing's got to get, because it looks like a bomb.
It's got to get the heck out of Dodge.
And let's see if we can get the other screen so we can show some scale, yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I think I'll be able to hear you. Let me know when you can see me, okay?
Yep.
Can you still hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. I just can't see you. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you headed to the oh, there you are. There you are.
Here we are. Perfect.
Okay. So check this out, you guys. Okay, we have, so now from here you'll be able to see, this is where Jordan, Okay, so this is where Jordan has rigged up the actuator. We're calling this, and he won't be able to. I've muted him. So sorry, Jordan, if you're able to hear me, but we can't hear you right now, but we can see you. This is the actuator this is simulating the rifle. Okay. And it's about 140 yards away. So representing the alleged spot on the Loci Center. And when everything, when the incident happens, you'll be able to see it move. But also, if you look very, very, very far off in the distance, then you will be able to see Jordan. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the other camera. Okay, I've put you back on. Jordan.
And I did forget my lapel mic today, but right now is when I would come over here. I would have him put the lapel mic on me, and now I'm coming over here. All right. Let's talk to some libs, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Okay. Well, if only we were able, hey, don't dare us, I guess. Maybe we'll have the audience get to ask you some questions in the future. I can just see you sitting there having someone be Hunter from a different other remote location. Maybe we'll add that into the mix in the future. But actually, you guys, you're in for a treat because we do have a little something today.
We should have James on while we do this.
Yes.
That's what we should do. And he would do it too, because he was on my Spaces last night. You love talking to us.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. Okay. Are we ready to begin? So everyone, I am going to, just as we begin to really get serious here, okay? I'm just going to remind you what all you see first in the frames. So remember, just to my side, you've got the simulated rifle, okay? And then we've obviously got Jordan simulating Charlie. And then below, you're going to see the computer program that I'm essentially running from Texas. Jordan's all the way in Delaware. Here we go. And I'm Mission Control Houston. Field Houston. Control is disarmed. Oh, hold on. There we go. Field Houston. Control is disarmed. Press the clicker.
Houston Field. Clicker is pressed. Over.
Field Houston. Copy. Clicker. Clicker is a go. Over.
I don't think I have a line.
Let's see.
There.
It said waiting for response on that one. I thought it moved, but
Houston Field, which queue did it start on?
it started on the receiver queue. Kelly's go.
That is Houston Field. That is the incorrect test. Over. Please reset to. I wasn't over. Sorry. I need to work on my radio comms. Houston Field. Please reset to the very top queue in the list. Over.
Okay. All right. Control is disarmed. Press the clicker. Over.
Houston Field, which queue is it set to? Over.
Jordan's go. For the clicker
Copy.
queue test.
Houston Field, which queue is it now set to? Over.
The receiver test queue. Kelly's go. Over.
Is that number 2 in the stack?
Yes.
Are you scrolled all the way up?
Let's see.
They're not a clicker test queue?
The receiver test Yeah, it was on the clicker test queue a minute ago. And it
Okay,
went. It ran through that.
Okay.
You want me to go back to that?
Please set it to the very top queue at the very top of the queue list, please.
Startup.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, is it on the very top queue?
Yes, sir. Startup blink.
I'm not a sir. Okay, now it should have gone to the next queue, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now which queue is it on?
Clicker test queue.
Perfect.
Jordan's go.
All right. Now let's restart the script, please.
Okay. Field Houston. Control is, let's see, make sure. Control is disarmed. Press the clicker. Over.
Houston Field, clicker is pressed over.
Field Houston confirm. Kill switch is in off position. Over.
Houston Field, was that clicker test successful? Over.
It was, yes.
Okay. Houston Field, I'm confirming my kill switch position is set to the off position. Over.
Okay. I will now test the link by clicking this go.
Houston Field, again, like last time, that should show as fail or as pending right now, but we're going to go ahead and skip that because I felt it. I felt the clicker, and that is currently mechanically bypassed. So we're going to go ahead and proceed. Over.
Perfect. Understood. Okay, T-minus 1 minute. I'll be playing the video or the
Yes.
audio.
Yeah, so just wanted to, a few weeks ago.
T-minus
Make sure
1
you
minute.
give me the. Make sure you give me the 1098.
I will. T-minus 1 minute, Field Houston. You have permission to set kill switch to the on position.
Let's hold. We really need to do that first. That's my
Okay.
bad. We need to do the communications for T-minus 1 minute and then start the clock.
Got it.
Over. All right. So let's do that.
Okay. T-minus 1 minute, Field Houston. You have permission to set kill switch to the on position. Over.
Houston Field, copy. I am setting my position to on. My position is set to on. Over.
Okay. Houston Field, copy. System is set to armed. I'll be turning on the audio. Over.
Houston Field. Okay. I copy. I understand that you are set to armed. Over.
The system is set to armed.
And ever since then, about 3 weeks later, the Trump dealership said that we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender men. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Too many.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Start sequence. 1.
I think what happened is I think the focus was set to the media player, correct? when I pressed the clicker, I paused the video, I believe.
Oh, okay, maybe.
All right, we are in a hold.
Hold.
I'm setting my position to off. Houston Field, my position is set to off. We're in a hold. All right, why don't we, can you reset the video to T-1 minute and play, please?
Yep. And is there anything that I need to do with the cue?
Nope, just leave it how you did before. I think I know what happened. Okay. I want to make sure I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, so just wanted to.
Yep, that's what happened. I just paused it. So my clicker, the focus of the OS was still on the media player, not on QLab. I need the focus to be on QLab in order to activate the queue. So Kelly, for Houston Control, when you click play on the video, immediately after, I need you to click something on QLab and make sure that QLab is the focus of the operating system.
I understand. I'm so sorry. Okay. Got it.
I should have communicated that. That's my bad.
Okay. Understood.
So let's
Here
go
we
back to the, hold on, just to make sure we're on the same page.
Yep.
Please do not start the video until the entire script is finished.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's go through the T-1 minute again.
Got it. It's okay. The chat blames me.
I should have communicated that. That's my fault.
No. Okay, here we go. And somebody said they got a commercial, so they were.
Hey, there we go.
They were happy. Okay, here we go. All right. We are starting back at the top.
Or just at T-1 minute.
Okay, at T-1 minute. So I should be on.
You should
I be on the receiver? Yeah.
You should be on the hot queue, and that should now be disarmed.
Hot queue disarmed. Okay. Now I see the receiver test queue though shows that looks like it's disarmed. Is that okay?
That should not be disarmed, or it should always be armed. We should not be messing with the toggle for that. We should only be toggling the armed and disarmed on the hot queue. But
right.
That's the only queue we care about right now because we already did those tests.
Okay, just making sure. I just don't see any of them visually right now.
You don't see any of the queues?
No, I only see the just like the single line that says hot queue.
I'm gonna get up and see what's going on. Okay, so you just click the arrow on the left. Make sure it's disarmed.
It shows disarmed at the bottom.
Okay, and then just click the arrow.
I mean, I'm clicking it, but it's not doing anything.
There should be an arrow. Maybe it's right to the left of the text. There should be an arrow.
There we go. There we go. Hold on. Okay. It's just that there's a delay, so it must be maybe I was clicking it many times. Okay.
All right. And then once you arm it, can you set it to timeline, please?
Yes.
Perfect. But then
I haven't armed it yet.
Toggle back to there. But when we go, it would be great if we could see the timeline. I'm going to sit back.
Sure thing. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, guys, you ready now?
So guys, this is the kind of stuff that they would have been doing when everyone is talking behind the scenes while the Mormon guy is talking. This is the kind of stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. T minus 1 minute, Field Houston. You have permission to set kill switch to the on position. Over.
Houston field copy. I'm setting my position to on. My position is set to armed. Over.
Field Houston, copy. System now set to armed. Say back. Over.
Houston field copy. I understand that your position is set to armed. Over.
Audio will begin.
Yeah, so just wanted to, a few weeks ago.
Make sure you set the focus.
Yep.
A few weeks ago, there was a transgender mass shooter, and ever since then, about 3 weeks later, there's Trump negotiating that we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender Americans. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm going to give you credit. You know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Kelly,
Yes.
what did we not do?
I don't know.
You remember what you were supposed to do at the end?
What was I supposed to do at the end?
Give me the 1098.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got so fixated in looking at the countdown clock. Okay, then now that was really my bad, you guys.
Because I need that in order to.
Oh my God, I'm
do
so
the,
sorry. I got so nervous looking at the countdown clock this time and not looking at my script. That was my bad. 1000%.
All right.
I was reliving it, you guys. Okay, sorry.
Houston field, my position, we are in a hold. My position is set to off. Over. I'm going to restart at T minus 1 minute in this.
So sorry.
And please disarm control.
Yes, I am disarming. I'm going to get fired from my job. Okay.
We just need to rehearse more.
Oh my goodness. Okay. People in the chat want you to know that they have mad respect for you.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Field Houston control. All right, we're not going all the way back up. We're starting at T minus 1 minute. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, T minus 1 minute. Field Houston, you have permission to set kill switch to the on position. Over.
Houston field copy. My position is set to armed. Over.
Field Houston, copy. The system is set to armed. Say back. Over.
Houston field copy. Understand that your position is set to armed. Over. And make sure that you set the focus back to QLab. Make sure you do the countdown. And please set the view mode to timeline.
Yeah, so just wanted to, a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, there was a transgender mass shooter, and ever since then, about 3 weeks later, there's Trump negotiating that we should start talking
T minus 10, 9, 8,
Hold, hold, hold.
7.
Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Waiting for wind. Let's restart. I just had a huge gust of wind come
We're
up.
not counting game violence.
Okay.
Let's just wait for this wind to die down a little. I'm not going to go back to the script. We're just in a very small hold. All right, let's go again. Back to the top of the video, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you guys want to be able to see it without all the wind, right?
And I don't want the wind to disrupt the shirt behavior. It's one of the more...
Right. It's important. Okay. Let me get back to unarmed. Okay, here we go. T minus 1 minute. Field Houston, you have permission to set kill switch to the on position. Over.
Houston Field, copy. My position is set to the armed position. Over.
Field Houston, copy. System is set to the armed. Say back. Over.
Houston Field, copy. Understand that your position is set to armed. Over.
Countdown will begin.
Yeah, so just wanted to, a few weeks ago, a few weeks ago, there was a transgender mass shooter, and ever since then, about 3 weeks later, there's Trump DOJ, and then we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender Americans. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, start sequence, 1.
How did that look?
I
I
think
felt
it
like that
looked
was kind
pretty
of
good.
weak.
I mean,
I kind of want to reset because I have a leak in my system here, and because we had so many holds, I think I need to recycle. I want to do
Okay.
that again with a new cartridge. But that
Okay.
felt really weak.
oh,
This is
people
because
in
I
the
have
chat.
a leak. I have a leak in the thing, and like if I wait too long, it'll lose too much charge. But actually, I might not even be able to. Actually, I can't. Yeah, we can recycle.
Okay.
I really should have recycled before we went. That's okay. We just need to get through the count faster.
Okay. Yeah,
You can feel my position is set to disarm.
I'll start sooner. I'll start sooner for sure.
Yeah, if we get to like 3 different holds in the same count, we need to recycle at the top.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have to take my pants off.
I tried to throw up there as many of the comments as I could right quick, you guys. A bit of a delay, but good. I mean, I'm seeing a delay. So I personally am seeing a delay from I'm monitoring Jordan's computer. I'm monitoring the StreamYard. I'm pressing something, right? So I'm sure that there's a little bit of a delay as we're trying to match something else as well. But, and then also for
It was
Jordan,
definitely delayed for me.
Okay.
That
So-
that charge came way too late.
Okay. So, I mean, I probably, if I'm trying to match it, I need to start. Yeah, I definitely need to start my countdown probably 2+ seconds sooner. But I mean, all in all, you guys, like at the end of the day, they're not trying to match a countdown to the extent that we're trying to match a countdown. You know,
Correct.
you're the originators of the event, so they can hit at whatever time they want to hit. We're trying to just match that.
Yeah. I think you can still hear me. Guess not.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you, T. Kurtz. Yes, Kelly, we don't even need perfection. To me, it's about being able to replicate the movements. And I would agree with you there. I've been telling Jordan and he, you know, Jordan truly is a perfectionist, right? I give him that. And look, when you've put in as many hours as he has, literally blood, sweat, and tears into getting to this, you want it to be perfect, right? But the reality is, like, do you even drive down the street exactly the same way that you did yesterday? You know, can you count on the exact same things, the exact same leaves falling out of the tree, the exact same car passing you at the exact same time, and your wheels being in the exact same point? Probably not.
Houston
You
Field.
know, like, yes.
Houston Field prop load complete. Ready to go.
Okay, here we go.
So cool. Rocket terminology. Prop load. Propellant load. Yeah. Propellant for the propellant for our pendant here. All right.
Okay. All righty. Let me get back in here. One moment. Okay. T minus 1 minute. Field Houston, you have permission.
Hold.
Oh, you want to start at the
Back to
beginning?
the top, please. Back to the start of the count.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Field. Here we go. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Field Houston, control is disarmed. Press the clicker. Over.
Houston Field, clicker is pressed over.
Field Houston, copy. Clicker is go. Over. Oh, wait. I tested the clicker. I tested the go too soon. Sorry, you guys. I got excited. Do we need to start? We need to start back up at the top.
Let's go to receiver test queue.
Okay.
We'll reverse it later.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Field Houston, confirm kill switch in off position. Over.
Houston Field, confirm my position is set to disarmed. Over.
In. Houston Field, affirmative. Okay. Now let me test the link. Go.
Did you press it?
I did. Yeah, it's still showing the waiting for response.
I do not have a response here. Can you run that queue again?
Sure. Okay, I'll be testing the link. Over.
I do not have it. All right, let's just keep proceeding.
Okay.
Maybe I just can't feel because it's so cold.
Okay. All right, T-1 minute. Field Houston, you have permission to set the kill switch to the on position. Over.
Houston field copy. My position is set to armed. Over.
Field Houston, copy. System is set to armed. Say back. Over.
Houston field copy. Your position is set to armed. Over.
I'll be turning on the audio.
Hi, yeah, so just wanted to, a few weeks ago, a few weeks ago, it was a transgender mass shooter, and ever since then, about 3 weeks later, Trump DOJ said that we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, start sequence, 1.
We're not counting games.
That timing was much better on my end. I still have you?
Yeah.
I think it was more powerful too.
Yeah.
All right. Go into the successful script and I will start cleaning up.
Okay.
Get my jacket on.
As we like to say, activation, nominal overpressure. Looked like a success to me. Great job, Jordan.
Thank you. I think there's another one to read.
Folks in the chat are quite impressed. I'm going to turn your audio. You want me to turn your audio from camera A? Well, I hate to turn it off.
Well, because I have the earpiece that apparently has the microphone as well, I can still hear you, so I might as well.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
turn
It's
off
much
my
better. It's
camera.
much better now. It's not as windy. It's not as windy now that you have it. So, I'll just go to. Yeah, I'll go to. Let's see.
I'm just going to turn off my camera.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
now I should be able to continue hearing you.
Okay, and I'll just
If I
take
wish.
full screen for the moment.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, that was fun. I look forward to taking a peek at what everybody thought about that. And Jordan will be packing up his things, and then he's going to be headed back to his studio. He'll be joining us for a little Q&A. Yes.
Kelly, we should have the other script for successful, right? To tell everybody what we just did.
Yep. I just didn't know if you wanted me to wait until you were on the move, actually. Okay.
The intention was for it to be like pretty soon after.
Immediately. Okay, got it.
That way, like when people leave, before people leave, they hear it if it's the first time.
Okay, I'm going to turn your mute your mic though because it is kind of windy. for now.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Actually, it wasn't coming from your mic as much as it was coming from the camera B. So I'm gonna kick that one from the studio.
Just kick it. Just kick it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's out. Okay, there we go. Thank you guys so much for your patience there. Okay. As you can see, it appears that we did successfully activate the CO2 pendant gun, which means we, yet again, have proven that it is possible for the shirt behavior on Charlie Kirk to have been caused by a device associated with a Hollywood squib on the day of 9/10.
And it doesn't even. That was the big success.
Say that again. I'm
The
sorry.
big success today. The big success today was doing it sitting down.
Absolutely. That was a big addition. That was a big addition to the test. And we look forward to hearing more from you, Jordan, once you have a chance to debrief with us about what it felt like sitting down. That was the first time for folks, I believe, to see you, well, out in the field, in this element, sitting down and having the squib detonate.
Yeah. Am I coming through okay?
Yes, you are now.
Yeah. So the biggest issue with sitting down was the kink. And I had a lot of failures over the weekend and over the past few days or so relating to getting the kink to not happen. And I apparently solved it, I think. So, yeah, we're solving problems here. If somebody wants to talk crap about our test and say that, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, they're not able to recreate this part or that part, well, guess what, buddy? Just give me a couple of days and I'll do that too. This is an ongoing test program.
That's why we welcome detractors around here, right? We say if you've got something to say, go ahead and bring it. We'll handle that issue too.
Motivation. It is motivation.
So we took our demonstration from a controlled studio environment out into a remote field in the middle of nowhere. And as you witnessed today in a live environment, it worked. This proves that the technology can be concealed, that it is durable, that it can actually do what we say that it can do, that it can be run from even states away. After all, Jordan is in Delaware, I'm in Texas, and I mean, frankly, we're both amateurs when it comes to all of this technology. Jordan being clearly far more advanced than I, as you witnessed today.
Well, I do have some professional experience.
But not in designing squibs.
Show control.
I'm gonna take your audio off though until you are in maybe the car or something because the wind is pretty loud.
Houston
now
field
it's
copy.
better. Okay.
Just
I'll wait
take me
till
off
you're in
if
the
it's
car.
distracting.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I really wanted to keep him involved in it, but I also, it's probably pretty loud for those of you, especially those of you listening on headphones. So while we still have so much work to do, this is a massive leap forward for the hypothesis, and we continue to get better every single day. So let's take a look here and see what folks are seeing and saying. Gravewalker says, getting them to help murder, super hard. Getting them to help stage a fake that saves him, easy. And yes, this has been one of the prime reasons why both Jordan and I think both found it more palatable to subscribe to the fake death theory, because it just is so hard to accept that all of these people who were around Charlie that day, who claimed to have loved him, to supported him, to have worked around him for years, um, and even if you didn't really care for the guy, just as a human, to not have had a visual reaction, any sort of visceral reaction in experiencing that kind of an incident feet away from you, none of their immediate behavior seemed to make sense with the idea of a real death. Jordan, I have you kind of back up, but I hear you're still walking.
I'm still walking.
Okay, I'll take you back off. And so I see Just Look How Dusty says, does that mean Charlie was in on it? Well, if you kind of believe in this theory, then yes, I believe that Charlie would have known what was going to go down that day. But again, like, saying in on it can have a couple of different connotations that might sound negative, but it really doesn't have to be so negative or so menacing. It could be that he had sincerely big concerns about his personal safety, major death threats, or he thought this was the only way to make it out alive. And so, who wouldn't? It's not like he necessarily was trying to pull a fast one and deceive people, deceive the American public. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to protect yourself, I guess. There's another school of thought that believes that, maybe he was an intelligence asset and his time had ended. That he had, it was time for his storybook to close and for him to exit stage right. And it wouldn't have been convincing enough in either scenario for him to just die in his sleep or have some car crash. Like, it needed to be a public event in order for it to be convincing. There's another school of thought that believes that this was an incident that they also could help to rally the conservative base, and maybe even, have a couple of like a double use of this event to rally conservatives to really show out, come together to bring the country together, perhaps. When you start thinking about it in a few different ways like that, it kind of makes sense. But then, to Carolyn A's point, they want, oh wait, I don't know if you were saying that they wanted Charlie to be VP in 2028. But if that's what you were saying, I mean, there was definitely folks who thought that he could have been VP in 2028, or that he ultimately had presidential aspirations. And so then you have to wonder who didn't want him maybe to have access to those types of roles if he wasn't following the letter of the party, of the deep state. Jordan, I've got your mic back up in case there's anything that you want to add.
I'm at the car now. I'm opening the back door.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people have a lot of like moral outrage issue with the idea of Charlie having faked this and effectively lying to us. But like you said, we have no idea why. It could have been for noble reasons. We're not saying that he's a bad person. that he did it for bad reasons, that he did it for dishonest reasons. We're just saying, hey, the physical evidence can be reproduced pretty well with the squib hypothesis. It's the only one that can be demonstrated. So it appears to be the most scientific explanation so far. And that's where we have to start, is with the physical evidence. And we can
Right.
infer different motives, but we don't know why he did it. So we're not implying any intent, evil or good, on his part.
And so if by chance, Tyler Robinson is an innocent patsy and not a willing patsy, because that's certainly a possibility too. If by chance he's an innocent patsy and he's just being framed for this, that's why these tests are so important, because it would not be right for us to just sit aside and say, okay, well, we'll just see if the government decides that it wants to be honest and actually turn over evidence that could exonerate, this 22, well, now 23-year-old young man. Tyler's birthday was this week. So yeah, it's very important.
And we need to do these tests. We have to do these tests.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
have
to your point, Jordan, you feel very passionate about this, right? Because the way that
like,
I think we're losing you. You may be in a bad service zone. So in just a moment, would love for you to continue that thought when you get into a better service area. Let's see. So this is something that 1212 Chewbacca had said. TPUSA was a lost cause for Charlie. It had been infiltrated and he wants it to be dismantled. This is something that I kind of battle with as well. I personally was not a big TPUSA person, follower, Charlie Kirk follower, whatever. I didn't have anything against him at all. I just wasn't following him very closely. In the months leading up to him, I'd seen a few of his debates. I was aware of his name, but I wasn't a close follower of him. And for that's been apparently another knock on me from some folks out there, is that like, as though I'm not qualified to speak on this because I was not a devout Charlie Kirk follower in the past. You guys, I have actually worked in DC politics in my life, like for the chairman of the Republican National Committee. So this was many, many years ago. This was like 20 years ago. But, I think I'm qualified to understand how politics work. So I wonder even if Charlie, I wonder actually, when we see how Erica's behavior has been, I even wonder if maybe she was set up like a Trojan horse. I would like to kind of do a little, I don't know, deep dive, not full barren mode, right? But like, I don't know, create a little story around like the Trojan horse and how it was kind of set up as what it was supposed to be, like a present, right? And this like beautiful, wonderful thing. And it's like presented. And little did they know what would be inside and infiltrate the castle and destroy it from within. Kind of what it seems like to me. She doesn't act like Charlie is alive. does she not act like Charlie is alive, or does she not care? Does she really have to worry about any repercussions of Charlie coming back? Because he's not going to come back from the shadows. He's not going to come back and say, you guys, I'm sorry. I had to exit, but I'm back. No, that's not going to happen no matter what. Then his life would really be at risk. Then he really couldn't leave his house. You think, if somebody wanted to take him out before, they'd really want to take him out then. There were just so many epic failures of the security team and of his friends and of his wife. There's so many weird things that happened leading up to 9/10 and then after that I just in my mind cannot accept that it was not all arranged and arranged in a way that allowed him to exit. And the other reason why I've also considered, of course, like, could this be that they had set it up for Charlie to fake it and then things went south and he ended up getting hurt and killed anyway? Well, if that would have happened, don't you think by now somebody would have squealed? That would have given the perfect out for someone in the TPUSA group, security, whoever, to come forward and say, hey, so we were supposed to help him fake his death, but then like something malfunctioned and then it really, really happened. So, nah. The government will bring him back saying he was only grazed. Maybe, look, hey, Carolyn, I want you, if that happens, okay, I want you to come back and say, Kelly, I told you so. And look, this episode's recorded. It's not going anywhere. So this will be on the record. Let's see here. CK thought Erica was the placeholder for him, but she tricked him. Look, there's evil in that woman's eyes as far as I'm concerned, in her, not just in her eyes, but in her spirit. I have said that from day one. I guess that was 9/13 when I want to look back. Let's see. Or wait, or the 12th. 9, 10, 11, 12. Was it the 12th? I think maybe it was the 12th. Anyway, we'll have to look back and see. Was it the 12th or the 13th? Anyway, the day that Erica did her address to the nation, the YouTube video where she's standing, at Charlie's desk with the necklace, allegedly, doing that weird YouTube address to the nation. I called my mom, you guys, and people laugh because they're like, oh, you always talk about your mom. Well, look, okay. In life, there are only so many people that you can say that, like, you can just talk to and you can shoot them straight. And it helps that my mom she definitely was a Charlie Kirk fan. Definitely was a big MAGA fan. So I call her up and I say, look, Mom, I hate to break this to you, but something is wrong with that woman. And I can tell you right now, they are setting her up for a major run. They're setting her up for a political run. And I said, I guarantee you she's going to be running with Vance. I told my mom that. You can ask her. She will tell you. Maybe I'll bring her on alive one day. Look, some of us can just spot it. Some of us can just spot it. The way that she the way that she talked about, oh, J.D. Vance and Usha and, oh, President Trump, my husband just loved you. And I know you loved him too. All of that stuff was just like, oh. She was just, you go back and watch it. I'm telling you what, it hits so different. But for some of us, we saw it. We saw it early on. Okay, let me take a look at the comments. Great job, guys. I wonder, thank you, Dolly 9648. Great job, guys. I wonder if the neck wound was real and something went wrong, or do you believe it was a prosthetic neck with fake blood? I'm going to start this so Jordan can address this. We both have kind of gone through different hypotheses on this about if a prosthetic was involved or not. And Jordan is going to be integrating more fake blood as he proceeds with tests. We try to add a different skill or two into each week's testing. Today, we didn't clearly have a test, have time to run through the entire sequence. So thank you guys for your patience as you were kind of watching me learn in real time. I apologize to y'all, and I apologize to Jordan for not being so sharp, but trying to learn new tricks. 0. I thought it was a solid demonstration of how good Kelly works under pressure. Thanks, 0 Griffin. Appreciate you. While I'm flipping through these, y'all make sure, please hit that like button. Please make sure that you are subscribed to Jordan Henshaw on all the things on YouTube, on X, myself, Kelly Raybon, KELIRABON, and our channel Try and Prove It. That's on, or is it Try and Prove? Excuse me, I think it's Try and Prove It Show. Gosh, you'd think I'd know by now. Try and Prove It Show, I believe. It's been a long day. Let me verify now. Without freezing the stream. Jordan should be home very, very soon because it usually does not take him too long. Try and let's see, YouTube. Oh, okay. It's just Try and Prove It. Sorry. Okay. It's Try and Prove It. Try and Prove It. So make sure to subscribe. Okay. So Jordan Henshaw, Kelly Raybon, and Try and Prove It. So we have been going live on Thursdays at night around 9 p.m. Central with different theories around the Charlie Kirk case, but we will also be expanding to other types of conspiracies and hot topics. And then we have been the last, month or so, month plus, doing these Saturday or Sunday afternoon or / evening streams to physically test out some of the different versions of the squib that Jordan has been working on. Let's see here. Thank you so much for the super F35JSF, tongue twister there, for the super. But we saw the plastic piece exit his neck. It's a wonderful point that you bring up. However, I would like to see the exact video that you're referring to. One of the things that I have really honed in on, I've talked about this a lot in the past, but I think will continue to be more important as we all continue to drill down, is really making sure that we understand source of video, when it originated, who brought it forward, who has tinkered with it since then. And yeah, because unfortunately, being 7+ months into this investigation and different videos and photos are coming out of the woodwork, things start just appearing when you didn't see them before. And it makes it very hard to maintain chain of custody and the veracity of a video or photo or audio, any media for that, to that point. Well, I understand that John Bray, showed it, but I still want to understand exactly where it came from. And y'all know, I have a lot of respect for John. I brought him, kind of back up into the podcast world at the end of December last year, and I had really I have enjoyed talking with him and supporting him since like mid-October last year. So since pretty early on in the investigation, I think he does amazing work. I'm so glad that you are having fun in the chat, y'all. Make sure that you are sharing the live. If you can, share it with someone who is also interested in the case, even if they don't know a whole lot about the case, but may take some interest in it, true crime in general, or have a differing opinion than you. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that we just have to keep sharing, keep working together, and we welcome those with dissenting opinions around here. If Erica builds the wall, I'll vote for her in 28. Well, 10 baby mamas. I always remember, I don't know if you remember 10 baby mamas, but that one live that I know you had joined us, and Blake, it was actually Blake and John Bray on the live, I think. And Blake had read out one of your questions, and he just, the way he'd said it was 10 baby mamas. Damn. It had everybody laughing. Was funny. But yeah, if she builds, I mean, apparently she's trying to build the red wall or something like that. So I don't know what all that's about. Let me make sure Jordan's okay. Oh, let's see. He just said 5 minutes, so he should be coming in any time now. This was 5 minutes ago. I have my phone on silent. Oh, there he is. Hey, Jordan. Oh, I cannot hear you though. Cannot hear you yet. I agree with you there. F-35. Just want the
Should have
truth.
audio now.
Yes. Yep. You've got audio, just no picture yet.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey there. Oh, now I hear myself. I don't know.
What have I done? I don't hear echo. But, I think I might know what. No, I didn't do that. Do you still hear yourself?
I'll just not talk so much. Let's see. I don't know if the
I'll
audience. Oh, yeah, they said they said yes. Kelly Echo. Let's
I'll
see
just
if there's some
rejoin.
kind of setting on my end. I don't know.
Is it better now? Is it better now?
Oh, I still hear it. You don't have the stream running in a different
No.
browser by chance?
I don't think it's me. I'll just rejoin from Chrome.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. Just another moment, and then we'll be good to go. I'm looking around. I don't know what it might be, but maybe it's me.
Is it only when I'm up?
Let's see. I think it's better now.
Okay. So yeah,
All right, cool.
Let's look at the replay. Have we looked at the replay?
Nope, not yet. I saved that technical stuff for you. Clearly, I was I was not at the top of my technical game today.
Well, we got through it, didn't we?
We did. We did. I think we had 2 good showings there.
And we went window. There we go. Okay, let's go into this one and add to stage and take off that. There we go. All right. All right. Try and prove it. I see a duck. I click the duck. All right. Let's find the replay. I guess that was it right there. Yeah, it was so bad. The quality.
I think it's still really good though.
Yeah, I mean, let me pull it into OBS and get the other screen here. That way we can slow it down. Properties, go to this one, I think. Maybe that one. Here we go. And recording it now. Okay. And now we will take it into here. Let me actually stop this so I can do this real fast. Go into here. And can you fill the dead air while I get this?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me keep going through some comments. And I was going to put actually, what is there a poll that you guys would like for me to put up? I was thinking about putting a poll up as well. Anybody have any? Good suggestions. Okay, maybe I'll just.
For a poll.
Yeah.
Did we prove it today?
Okay, there we go.
I don't know. Maybe if we have some dissenters in the chat, we can hear from them. All right, here we go. This one's kind of tricky. All right, we have dead air. Here we go.
Yep. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Yep.
We're just completely silent. All right, here we go.
I was okay.
So this is what we got the second time. Not bad. My knees didn't come together like they were supposed to. So I need to work on that. But there's so few frames that it's really hard to tell how good it actually was. It would be better if I had it actually recorded locally, but that's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, not a bad test at all.
I'm wondering in the future if you did a screen record of your phone as well. You know, if you set I assume it's an iPhone, but if you set your iPhone to do recording screen, you know, while you were also streaming, if that would pick it up.
It might. Yeah, I can try it. I would need to put it into some kind of special view, I think, to get it to be full screen of myself. I think, but yeah, we can, I don't know, but maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we can tinker with that.
It's a good idea. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I wish we had better quality, but
I think, I mean, if anybody has an extra, what would you say would be great? Like oh my gosh, like a GoPro or something. What would be a good, you know, a small camera?
it's just so much stuff that I already have to take out there.
I know.
But when I get the live view pouch thing, and
Mhm.
if I get a camera, then I can stream whatever I want and it'll be good quality. So when we do these tests, when we do so much of like the mission control audio, is it just theater? Is it just for drama? What do you think?
Are you asking the chat? Or are you asking me?
I guess I'm asking everybody. Like, is it just theatrical drama or does it serve a purpose?
I mean, I think it serves a safety purpose, but I think I could also, I mean, for me, it kind of trips me up a little because I'm not used to speaking that language. And so I'm trying to stick to the right words versus just saying, "Hey Jordan, okay, check your kill switch. Is your kill switch off?" You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
mainly
understand the
to
formality of it,
yeah,
and the safety of it, but yeah.
like the main idea is it cannot go off early. It must go off. Everything must go off perfectly at the same time. You cannot have a misactivation. Everything needs to be done correctly at the proper time with the utmost professionalism. And the way you do that is with mission control audio. So does it sound theatrical? Does it sound stupid? Could I just press the button on my own? Yes. But when we're trying to synchronize with all these other things, then if we're trying to synchronize with a rifle, with a shooter who has to get into position at the right time and only be on that position with the smallest with and only be at that position for as long as they absolutely need to, we need to coordinate a lot of people very accurately. And so that's why we do all of this sort of dorky mission control stuff to sort of get into that mindset of this is effectively a military operation. So we should use military or naval or like NASA style communication. So that's why we do it. Is it a little bit overkill for this stage right now? Yeah, it's a little overkill, but we're getting into the right mindset that would be needed in order to pull this off in real life.
See, and that's where Jordan and I mean, in case you guys haven't picked up on this yet, it's like it's a good yin and yang balance, I think, for us, because Jordan approaches things with that level of precision. And so, yeah, I appreciate that perspective a lot, Jordan.
Let's look at the other one, shall we?
There was a
'Cause we did
comment
two.
from Faith and Truth that was saying, I just had it up a moment ago, said that it looked really good. Also suggesting when you raise your hands up makes it harder to evaluate the effect.
Did I raise them too soon? Maybe I raised them too soon.
So that might have, maybe Faith and Truth can elaborate a little bit more on that.
Okay, I'm going to record this.
Oh, here we go. I see. When you raise your hands up, it makes it hard to evaluate the effect. So,
But I have to raise my hands because that's what Charlie did. So that's why I raised my hands. And now we will bring, oh dear, get this off, 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 there we go. I don't know what was in that folder. All right. Do we have any other comments right now? I'm going to pull in this other one.
it serves safety for you both. And as you progress, you'll both get better, as it's the timing that's the key for you both. Thank you, Tracy Scott. I appreciate that. Yes, I'll definitely get both, get better with time. And today we did add in a couple of other little variables that were different from what we'd practiced before. So again, I apologize for not being up to snuff.
Okay, so the first one actually wasn't that bad. I thought it was a lot weaker, but it was actually pretty good. Yeah, not bad at all. Not quite up to my ear, but I mean, that's basically exactly what happened to Charlie, just a little bit on the wrong side. It's pretty close. And then my performance was way off, but that's okay. I was supposed to do this, and then my legs were supposed to close, but it's all right. No big deal.
Again, you're trying, though, to replicate what one person did in that moment, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess if he was faking it, he had the ability to just do any kind of action. And then you're trying to do that exact same action now in.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to copy someone else than it is to just make it, to just do whatever you want.
Right.
So that one wasn't bad. So they were both pretty decent. This much, the guy says. It's a lot more than this much.
This much.
I just posted that video.
Little poof. We should play that video. It's actually really good because we have a different audience, you know, who's here on YouTube than would necessarily be seeing our X posts. So that would actually be kind of fun. It may give people a good laugh.
Which one? This one?
Yeah,
this one?
Wanted to. Yeah. Oh, I can't hear it. Though.
I think you should be able to hear it now.
No audio.
You can't hear it?
Nope.
What? Why does it not have audio? It should have audio.
When you added it to When you added it to the stage, did you add with audio?
No, I'm not adding it to the stage with audio.
Oh,
I'm
you're doing
using
it through OBS? Okay.
Yeah. Still doesn't work?
Nope.
I'll just add it with audio then. Share
Because I can
screen.
share my screen.
If you can.
Yeah.
Um, I think I might have it. Is it working now? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He makes the shirt move. 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 He makes the shirt move.
All right. Anyway,
That was so good.
that's enough of him.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that's what we need to do is go out into a field and find out whether or not your theory actually works. How did we arrive at fake death theory? Well, because fake death theory actually requires the shirt movement. If we want to go on board with fake death theory and the shirt doesn't yank up like this, then fake death theory is actually falsified. All of the other theories have to explain the shirt behavior away with some sort of like really weird, super bizarre explanation that doesn't make any sense. But fake death theory says, no, we need to pull the shirt up to there in order to hide the cutting mechanism. We have to cut the prosthetic. That's why we need the shirt to puff up like this. That's why it happens. And if it didn't happen that way, then we would have a huge problem because everybody would say, well, how do you cut the prosthetic? Well, we cut the prosthetic by doing this. And that's what's happening on Charlie is we're cutting a prosthetic. And the reason you don't see that in Hollywood is because they don't have to cut the prosthetic. It's not like theater. This is live theater. We have to come up with like really new ideas for how to cut the prosthetic in live theater because we can't just go up to the actor and do whatever and then tell the camera to turn back on. You seem like you want to say something.
Oh, I was just going to mention Nova Cloud 676 said, wonder if Kelly was correct in previous videos when she'd said that he might have a pad that pushes electrical current into the body for tensing up. So like those TENS machines that we had talked about previously, do you have any more thoughts on that? Some of those little sensors that cause the involuntary muscle contractions?
Yes, that would help with the with ducking because my head doesn't go down fast enough. I would need that to get my head to move properly, and that would also help with the performance. I don't understand why I cannot find anything. I always lose everything.
That's okay. It's okay, Jordan.
It's
because I continue to wonder if, say, for example, someone like Rick Cutler, if maybe that, as he's got his arm out, I'm trying to imagine, let's see, how he's standing. I need a good setup here where I can kind of demo for you guys. But anyway, where he's standing, he's like got his arm braced. He's looking straight at Charlie, and he's got his arm braced on the fencing there. And he does that sort of, move my hair, kind of, he's got his other hand here and does something where it looks like he could be, I think it's something kind of like this, where he could be making a little move. I've wondered, if he, I just think he could be doing something related to the sequence, but
Because
maybe activating the machine,
we have the wristband thing that apparently is a gesture device, according to somebody. But I don't know why
Yes.
you would
Yeah.
use a gesture device. Like, why would you not just use a button,
Right.
for something mission critical like that? I would use a button. But maybe there's a reason. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe that. Well, it doesn't look like he necessarily was wearing it at the time of, at we'll just say T-1, at the time of the incident itself. Leading up to it, yes. So I
You
wonder
think
if
he took
maybe,
it off?
or could he have like slipped it onto his, his arm? Like maybe he could have had it on his hand like that. And then when it was time, because I think he had his sleeves kind of like rolled up, I wonder if he could have, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking through this in real time, but
Yeah, I'm not very attracted to any of these gesture devices because they're just not very reliable, and I would just rather have a button for anything. So
yeah.
it's interesting, but yeah, John can go out and do a test. I know there's a little bit of space between us, Kelly, on John, but he's yet to do a single test. So yeah, he needs to do some tests. He needs to demonstrate his theory.
Yeah,
Or he
Crystal, I
can
don't
go
know
on-
how aware you are of how long I've worked with John, but I'm very, very familiar with John. Have worked with him for a very long time, like since October 15th. So there's no need to really create any tension where it doesn't exist.
Yeah, this is what John needs to do. Didn't work. Hold on. He needs to at least try. He hasn't even tried. And yeah, it was in the script today. What we were talking about was you don't need to have access to explosives. You need to like do a Blender test. You can test it in Blender. I did. It doesn't work. You can test it in with just CO2. Doesn't work. I've tested it with CO2. It doesn't work. You can test it with this test. Doesn't work. You can test it with like a firework maybe on a mannequin. Doesn't work. There's all these different pre-tests you can do just to see if it passes just the basic tests. And it doesn't. I've done that, but John hasn't done it. So he can do that. And the excuse of we don't have explosives, just it doesn't work because there are so many different tests you can do before you get to explosives, just to find out whether or not you have sight line, to find out whether or not you should have recoil. You can't just say that explosives are too complicated, that we can't reason about it with any kind of demonstrations. I just don't buy that at all. And my, I think I might have just gotten, yeah, this thing is not working. I'm trying to do another fire right now, but it's not working. I don't think this is going to work.
I think you've done enough tests for one day.
Yeah, I can't get it to puncture. It's not puncturing.
Yeah.
I just put, it did puncture. What the fuck? I guess I put in a used cartridge. Hold up.
Thank you, Christy. I appreciate you. I see your comments. And And then let's see here. Tammy, the idea that they did a fake death scenario and then also decided to take him out is nonsense. Yeah, I think that's what I was saying earlier. Well, I guess I'm not going to call it nonsense because anything is possible. Okay. Anything's possible. We don't know everybody's motives. It could be even a different entity than gets involved, right? I don't know. But like, I can't speak for Jordan right now, but for me, we're evaluating what we see in front of us, on 910, sitting in that chair like that. That's what we're evaluating.
Yeah, we have to start with the physical evidence and work our way from there.
Let's see, what is faith and truth? The prosthetic, you cut small slit, the air pressure makes the hole bigger and makes the hole with the tubing and allows the fluid to be expelled out the hole. I might have missed the beginning of your...
What was that comment?
I feel like there could have been another part of it that I just missed, but Faith and Truth saying the prosthetic, you cut small slit, the air pressure makes the hole bigger and makes the hole with the tubing and allows fluid to be expelled out of the hole.
Huh? The prosthetic, you cut small slit. The air pressure makes the hole bigger. I think they're saying that you can cut the prosthetic just with air pressure, but I disagree. Because those things are very fragile. You can just blow off the whole prosthetic.
Oh, and then also sent you the video with the prosthetic cut prior.
Sent me where? I don't think I have DMs with them. Or maybe they have a different channel name somewhere on X. I don't think I'm in communication with it.
Let's see. Faith and Truth, can you tell us or let Jordan know where he can go look for that? Was it on X?
I don't have anything from anybody.
Any requests?
I don't have any requests. I don't have any, or I have requests, but nothing from Faith and Truth, I don't think. So love and compassion?
Sounds like that could be potentially viable. Oh, emailed it to you weeks ago.
Weeks ago. Oh, okay. I don't know. Is it?
We'll resend it. We'll resend it. We'll
right.
resend it. F-35 says no small hole. The pressure expands the hole.
Yeah, maybe. But we have to demonstrate it.
Nova Cloud, I welcome any and all testing or information being shared. Thank you, my kind of people. We're working on it. We appreciate information and effort.
Yeah, so sorry, I cut you off, didn't I? I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're good. You're good.
So they're saying use a pin to create it. That's not how that works. It doesn't work that way. You'll just have it spit, and you don't want it to spit. Why does this have... That's weird. Sorry. Use a pin to create... It doesn't work that way. It'll just spit out of the hole. You want it to gush out rapidly to make it seem like a massive wound. If you just give it a hole, that gets the pressure and exit point. You're not going to build up any pressure, and it's not going to come out. It's just going to spit. So you don't want to do that. I can tell you that for sure.
You probably have some examples through your trials and errors of something like that happening, or no? Not that you need to show any of it. I just mean like you've learned through experience.
The diameter
controls how much fluid comes out. The pressure itself doesn't make the diameter bigger. That's not how that works. Because it's a very small amount of pressure to get that flow rate. It's a very small amount of pressure pushing a large column of fluid.
Question from F35. Is the pouring of fluid the next test?
It was supposed to be this test. So this
But
is
not
like
because not because something malfunctioned while we were out there.
not
Right.
while we were out there, but something malfunctioned when I was still here trying to find out if it would work. The key issue is these solenoids here. This is like the one I used today. This is rated for 800 PSI, and it actually requires about 800 PSI to operate because it has a small pitot solenoid inside of it, I think is what it's called. And then, or a pilot or a pitot or something. And then it has the larger valve, which is actually where you get your flow from. So it requires 800 PSI. I cannot use these solenoids for the blood because when I did my mannequin tests, I got the best results with 30 PSI 30, which is like 2 bar, and those operate at like 60 bar or something. So I think I'm going to use a pump actually. I think because these things have explosive energy inside of them that's quick, but what I really need is slow, low energy. So only 30 PSI, but sustained. And I don't get that from these cartridges. So I think what I really need is a pump and not one of these. Because if I pressurize this to 30 PSI, which I can do, it's not going to hold hardly any air. It's not going to sustain for very long. And I need it to sustain for like a few seconds at least. But this is what I built as a blood bladder because it's kind of tricky. Like you don't want, I don't have experience doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. But with a pump, it's easy to get it to work. But when you're using like CO2 compressed gas, it's like, okay, I need to make sure that gravity is working in my favor and that it's not, the gas isn't going to just bypass the fluid. That's the main thing that I'm thinking about, but I don't really know about. But when I used this, when I tested it the first time, it just blew apart because it's just too much pressure. And like this is an aquarium siphon right here, but that just blew apart. And if I try to pressurize like a little baggie, it's just going to blow apart. Anything's going to blow apart. So that's what happened. That's why I could not do a fluid test or a blood test today, is because I probably need to go find a pump that I can just turn on and pump the blood with just a little tube with like basically no pressure and do it that way. I think that will work a lot better than trying to use one of these explosive cartridges because it's just a completely different type of energy that I need. It's a low, slow, sustained energy that I need, not the rapid explosive from here. So I need to find a pump. I think that'll give me the best. I think that'll give me the best results. Aircraft mechanic, we use tubes made for sealant. You have a plunger. Well, I can't use a plunger. Air pressure is, oh, with air pressure as the actuator. What kind of plunger? I would need to know what kind of plunger that is. That makes sense. Like if I had a plunger that I could put air pressure onto here and then just push it that way, that could work, yeah. But I would need to find out what kind of plunger that is. And is it going to just like, how explosive is it going to be? And how small? But yeah, I'll check it out. Thank you.
He said he can email you the link. Do you want to,
Perfect.
I don't know if he already has your email or if you want to share. You can show the try and
Jordan,
prove it.
or no, yeah, try and prove it at gmail.com is probably best. That's simplest. Try and prove it at gmail.com.
I'll put that up.
About a tank with 120 regulated. Well, the issue with the tank is like this is the largest tank that I can easily disguise on my body. That's like the smallest tank. It's not a lot of volume, and I need more volume than that at 30 psi if I'm just using a pressure canister. I don't have enough size. Okay, do we? Yeah.
For those of you that missed it last week, gosh, was that last week?
That was last.
Yeah,
that was last week.
That was last week. Jordan taught me how I could use this little device to shoot a makeup brush.
Yeah.
Good times. And we're going to do a members only, some kind of special live coming up soon in the coming days. For those of you, Jordan, you can explain it better, but who are looking how to do some more, what would you say, like novice kind of things, intro type of programming, but kind of like what we're doing, so you can learn how to actually experiment yourself.
Yeah, give me a second. Close, please close. So what we're going to do is actually I want this on the left. And if I can share my screen back into here. So what we're going to do on that members only stream, I don't have my member thing turned on right now. I should probably turn it on, but I think Kelly has hers turned on. What we're going to do is I'm going to teach Kelly how to go from this blank show file here on Mikey McCoy's laptop. And I'm going to teach her step by step how to get from here to this to run the whole show. So that'll be interesting. That'll be where we're going to go into all the little details on exactly how the thing works. And it'll be interesting because I'll have to be presenting it and teaching it to someone with no prior knowledge or experience. So it will be an exercise for me, and it'll be an exercise for Kelly.
It'll be really fun. Very, very fun. This has been a big learning journey for me. Jordan has been very patient, which I have appreciated so much. And it's been fun to get to see something, as with the thesis of this show goes, right? We can talk all we want, but at the end of the day, we've got to prove it. And so
how did we get from we see Charlie Kirk fall down, apparently dead, to we think that he faked his death? If we were to go into the courtroom or was it yesterday? Not yesterday, the day before. And if we were to get up in at that podium and say, Judge, what's his name? Judge, what's that judge's name?
Oh my God. I just spaced on his name. Oh my gosh. Yes. Your Honor. Just say Your Honor.
What's his name? Utah judge. I need to know his name. What's his judge? Oh, come on, Google.
Judge Graff, Your Honor.
Graff.
Yes. Judge Graff, Your Honor. Mm-hmm.
So if I were to go up to that podium and say, Judge Graff, I'm an internet conspiracy theorist. This is why you should listen to me. What would we say? Why do we know better than all of these super professional people in that courtroom? It's because we can demonstrate what we see happen to Charlie Kirk. It's not because we have words. It's not because we have videos. It's not because we have statements. It's not because we have claims. It's because we can demonstrate what happened to Charlie Kirk and nobody else can. And our demonstration requires that Charlie Kirk wear something that he would have known about. So that's why this is not just a conspiracy theory. It is a demonstration that has explanatory power. That's how we got to fake death. Fake death is the only theory that has explanatory power that can demonstrate what we observe.
This one's fun. LMM, why are you guys ignoring actual evidence?
So we have DNA evidence of allegedly Tyler Robinson's DNA on a rifle, not the rifle, but on a rifle. We don't know where that rifle's been. We don't know how it got there. We don't know who else's DNA might be on it. We don't know
That
why that DNA
is on it. Is on it. There are five other maybe people's DNA on it. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know where that rifle's been. We don't know if it fired a shot. If it did fire a shot, we don't know where that shot went. There are so many different unknowns here. It's not that we're ignoring it, it's that it's not conclusive. So that's the DNA evidence, that's the rifle. And then we have the claims made about all these different confessions. What's the problem with those? Well, it's hearsay of hearsay, a lot of it. You can say, oh, there's a hearsay exception in FRE for police report. Well, not if the police report is documenting hearsay. The cop goes up to someone and that someone says, oh, this person told me that. And if that cop reports that in his police report, that is still hearsay. But if the person who committed the crime went to the police officer and said, I did it, and that police officer were to report it in his police report, then it would be hearsay, but there would be an exception to it in FRE. I think it's like 703 or something. But because there's an exception for a police document. But it doesn't count for this because the police officer did not observe the confession. We also have the electronic evidence, or it's not even electronic evidence. They just snapped a photo of a Discord chat, and that's just not good enough. They snapped photos of text messages who could have been from anybody. What's the big reason why we might suspect somebody would falsify this evidence, Kelly?
Sorry, I was just bringing up LMM, about to invite them on a future Thursday of Thursday Try and Prove It episode. Thinking if they're this passionate about it, I would love to engage with them in a proper platform.
Yes.
Sorry, as you were saying, Jordan.
Why might we suspect that somebody would falsify text message confessions, Discord confessions? Why?
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on who the person falsifying might be. Would it be someone who's potentially trying to conceal their own involvement? Could it be, a law enforcement? Sorry, go ahead.
What's the big elephant in the room reason why anybody might falsify it? Like, why would I go onto my computer and maybe falsify a Discord chat saying that my buddy is the one who killed Charlie Kirk, and maybe falsify some text messages?
Conceal their own involvement, to point the finger that away. What do you mean?
Maybe. But what's the elephant in the room? Why would anybody do it?
Why would anyone fake texts?
Yeah.
To throw a loop? I don't know. Maybe I'm not following.
Why would Joe Schmo go maybe read some news article about it and then think, maybe if I know somebody, I can go fake some text messages and fake some Discord chats and call my buddy cop friend and say, hey, my roommate did it. Why might I do that? Just Joe Schmo. We talked about it with James. $1 million bounty.
Oh my gosh. I mean, there are so many things. Yeah, $1 million bounty, and which could also involve Tyler's own family. Yes,
Yeah.
but also the
Like,
roommate.
there is a $1 million bounty on evidence leading to an arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you would falsify that evidence.
Yep. Yep.
And okay, well, if it's just Joe Schmo who has no connection to the case, he's not going to be able to prove to the police that he actually knows who did it. But if you're the roommate who maybe did it yourself, then now you have the motivation to try to get the blame off you, like Kelly said, but you also have the motivation of $1 million. So then we look at what did the police do with this evidence? Did they collect the device? No. Did they take an electronic copy of the text messages in a PDF? No. Could they have done that? Probably. But did they? No, they didn't do that. What did they do? They snapped photos of the screen. How do we vet that? We can't. It's just a photo of a screen. We can't look at like what the account actually is. We can't look at the login history. We can't look at any of the GPS data saying this is where the phone was when this message was sent. Can't look at any of that. It's just a photo. Anybody could reproduce it. It's not evidence. Doesn't work. Sorry.
Yeah. It sounds like that LMM 4800 is interested in joining on Thursday. So maybe we can make that happen.
Perfect. Yeah, you have been appointed the new point of contact for
Right.
guests that messed up the last one. And I have somebody in my DMs on Twitter who I talked to in a spaces yesterday who might want to come on as well.
Cool. Yeah, we've had some great segments on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. So definitely encourage everyone to make sure that you're subscribed to the Try and Prove It channel. And yeah, you can feel free to DM me on X. And I also put up the tryandproveit@gmail.com if you would like to email. We'll set up everything to get you ready for Thursday. You're welcome to provide your own evidence, that media type evidence that you would like to show. And we try to keep it pretty professional.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any other topics we want to get to?
I think this covers most all of it. There was one that I saw. I mean, there's so much that we can dive into. It's going to be, I think, a long way ahead. There was a lot of interesting information that came out in court this week, but still no decisions made. So you guys, we are the ones who are doing the work around here. Thank you, Jordan, so very much for all of the hard work that you're doing. It is no small feat, you guys, what Jordan is doing out there in his lab, essentially, and in his studio. But then also once he takes everything out to the field and is actually doing the testing. So big props to you, Jordan.
Thank you. And we want to inspire other people to test their theories as well.
Fantastic. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you again so much. I hope you join us again on Thursday night. And hopefully we'll have some new developments again next weekend as well for our integrated field tests. Anything else, Jordan?
Nope.
Okay. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.